Welcome to Brazilian national football team forever. In this video, we'll dive into the history of Brazil's 5 World Cup titles, each victory filled with unforgettable moments. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more stories of Brazil's legendary journey through past and present. In 1958, Brazil claimed its first World Cup title and made history in the world of soccer. It was a memorable journey filled with emotions that captivated fans everywhere. The 1958 World Cup, held in Sweden, brought Brazil's first major victory, and is still remembered today for many historic moments. Let's dive into every detail of this journey and find out what made Brazil unstoppable in this tournament. Brazil's campaign and the group stage. In the group stage, Brazil was drawn into Group 4 alongside Austria, England, and the Soviet Union. Brazil debuted on June 8, 1958, against Austria, winning decisively by 3-0. This first match already showcased Brazil's potential, with a secure and efficient performance that filled fans with hope. In the second game, Brazil faced England. This hard-fought match ended in a 0-0 draw. Although they didn't come away with a win, Brazil maintained strong defensive play, staying confident in the competition. For their third and final group stage game, Brazil faced a strong Soviet Union team, winning by 2-0. Pelé and Garrincha began to stand out in this game, displaying their skills and giving a preview of the incredible attacking duo Brazil would rely on in the next stages. This victory ensured Brazil's top spot in the group, leading the team confidently into the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, Brazil faced Wales on June 19, 1958. It was a challenging game, as Brazil had to break through Wales' solid defense. In this game, Pelé scored his first World Cup goal, securing Brazil's 1-0 win and advancing them to the semi-finals. At just 17 years old, the young Pelé was already drawing worldwide attention for his talent and precision. Semi-final against France. The semi-final saw Brazil facing France, which featured Just Fontaine, one of the top scorers in World Cup history. In a high-scoring game, Brazil triumphed over France by 5-2. Pelé was the standout player, scoring 3 goals, an impressive feat that furthered his fame as a rising star. This victory sent Brazil to the finals and boosted expectations that the team was ready to secure its first world title. The grand final, Brazil vs Sweden. The final was held on June 29, 1958, with Brazil facing Sweden, the tournament host. The stadium was packed, and the pressure was immense as Brazil played against the home team. However, Brazil showed no fear, playing an attacking and engaging game. Sweden scored first, but Brazil quickly responded, turning the game around before halftime. The final score was 5-2 for Brazil, with goals from Pelé, Vavá, Zagallo, and another outstanding performance from Garrincha. The Brazilian team wowed the world with its joyful, technical, and offensive style, establishing a unique identity in global soccer. Memorable moments along the journey. Throughout the journey, there were memorable moments that added to the history. For instance, this World Cup marked the first time Brazil wore the yellow jersey, a symbol of national pride after the disappointing 1950 World Cup in white. It was also the first time Pelé, only 17, claimed his place in the team and became a legend. His skill and maturity impressed the world, earning him a prominent place in the tournament. Another interesting fact was the impact of Garrincha, whose incredible dribbling skills created chaos for opposing defenders. His playful style was a key asset for Brazil, solidifying him as one of the greatest players in the team's history. And that was the path to Brazil's 1958 World Cup victory. In 1962, Brazil conquered its second World Cup title, defending their crown in an impressive campaign that showcased the talent and resilience of the team. Held in Chile, the tournament tested Brazil's strength, especially after losing Pelé to injury early in the competition. Let's follow Brazil's journey to their second world title, as they overcame every challenge in pursuit of victory. Brazil's group stage campaign. In the group stage, Brazil was drawn into Group 3 with Mexico, Czechoslovakia, and Spain. They began their campaign with a match against Mexico on May 30, 1962, where Brazil took control and won 2-0, with goals from Zagallo and Pelé. This game set a promising tone, showcasing a cohesive and determined team. However, the second match against Czechoslovakia on June 2 ended in a 0-0 draw. Early in the game, Pelé suffered a thigh injury that took him out of the tournament. His absence raised concerns, but the team maintained their confidence, ready to push forward. In their final group stage match against Spain, Brazil showed its depth and adaptability. Amarildo, who replaced Pelé, scored twice in a 2-1 victory, demonstrating that the team could remain competitive despite Pelé's absence. Brazil advanced to the quarterfinals with high morale and growing support from fans. Quarterfinals: Brazil vs. England. In the quarterfinals, Brazil faced England on June 10, 1962. With a solid team effort, Brazil won 3-1. Garrincha and Vava each scored, with Garrincha dazzling the crowd with his dribbling skills and creativity. This match cemented Garrincha's role as a vital player for Brazil, filling the gap left by Pelé and becoming the new focal point for the team's attack. Semi-final: Brazil vs. Chile. Brazil advanced to the semi-finals to face the tournament hosts, Chile, on June 13. The match was intense and physical, with the Chilean crowd loudly supporting their team. However, Garrincha once again proved unstoppable, scoring twice in Brazil's 4-2 victory. Vava also contributed with 2 goals, securing Brazil's spot in the final. Despite facing rough play and a hostile crowd, Brazil's skill and determination brought them through. Interestingly, Garrincha was ejected late in the game due to a controversial red card. Initially, it seemed that Brazil would be without him for the final, but after an appeal, he was allowed to play, which proved critical for Brazil's championship hopes. The final: Brazil vs. Czechoslovakia. On June 17, 1962, Brazil faced Czechoslovakia in the World Cup final, a rematch from the group stage. Czechoslovakia scored first, putting early pressure on Brazil. But the Brazilian team responded quickly, equalizing with a goal from Amarildo. Zito and Vava later scored, and Brazil triumphed with a final score of 3-1, securing their second consecutive World Cup title. Brazil's victory was a testament to their adaptability and strength as a team, showing that they could overcome obstacles and maintain their high level of play, even without Pelé. Memorable moments and curiosities. This World Cup solidified Garrincha's status as a hero. His dribbling skills, vision, and playful style captivated fans around the world. Garrincha won the Golden Boot and the Golden Ball, awarded to the top scorer and best player, respectively. For many, he was the heart of Brazil's success in 1962. Another interesting fact is the resilience of Brazil's team. Losing Pelé early in the tournament could have been a severe blow, but players like Garrincha, Amarildo, and Vava stepped up and delivered unforgettable performances. And that was the journey to Brazil's second World Cup title. In 1970, Brazil claimed their third World Cup title, creating one of the most legendary teams in football history. Held in Mexico, this tournament saw Brazil play in an iconic style, combining speed, skill, and teamwork, and establishing a reputation as the ultimate football team. Let's dive into Brazil's journey in 1970, with each game adding to their legacy. Brazil's group stage triumphs. Brazil was placed in Group 3, alongside Czechoslovakia, England, and Romania. Right from the start, the team displayed a thrilling blend of creativity and attacking strength, igniting the tournament with an unforgettable performance. Their first match was against Czechoslovakia on June 3, where Brazil made a strong statement with a 4-1 victory. Although Czechoslovakia initially took the lead, goals from Pelé, Rivellino, Jairzinho, and Gerson sealed the win, showcasing Brazil's offensive power and setting the tone for the tournament. Next, on June 7, Brazil faced England, a highly anticipated match between two strong contenders. In a tense and strategic game, Jairzinho scored the decisive goal, leading Brazil to a 1-0 victory. This match is remembered for Gordon Banks' incredible save against a Pelé header, often considered one of the greatest saves in World Cup history. In their final group game, Brazil went up against Romania on June 10. They continued their winning streak, with Pelé scoring twice and Jairzinho adding another goal in a 3-2 win. Brazil emerged from the group stage undefeated, impressing fans worldwide with their cohesive play and tactical brilliance. Quarterfinals: Brazil vs. Peru. In the quarterfinals on June 14, Brazil played Peru, led by Coach Didi, a Brazilian football legend. Brazil displayed exceptional skill, winning 4-2 in a thrilling open game. Goals by Rivellino, Tostão II, and Jairzinho highlighted Brazil's incredible attack, with Jairzinho continuing his streak of scoring in every match, a rare feat in World Cup history. Semi-finals: Brazil vs. Uruguay. Brazil faced Uruguay on June 17 in the semi-finals, a match filled with historical tension, as Uruguay had defeated Brazil in the 1950 World Cup final. This time, however, Brazil emerged victorious with a 3-1 scoreline. Goals by Clodoaldo, Jairzinho, and Rivellino pushed Brazil into the final, exorcising the memory of 1950 and securing a chance at a third title. One unforgettable moment came when Pelé attempted a brilliant dummy move around the Uruguayan goalkeeper, sending the ball wide by inches in what could have been an iconic goal. The final, Brazil versus Italy. On June 21, 1970, Brazil faced Italy in the final. Both teams had won 2 World Cups, so the winner would become the first to claim the trophy 3 times. Brazil dominated from start to finish, producing one of the most celebrated performances in World Cup history. Pelé opened the scoring with a powerful header, marking his 12th World Cup goal and becoming the first player to score in 4 World Cups. Italy briefly equalized, but Brazil quickly regained control. Gerson Gersinho, and finally, Carlos Alberto, who scored after a spectacular team build-up, completed the 4-1 victory. Brazil's final goal, often regarded as one of the greatest team goals, epitomized their style and unity, sealing their status as the best team in the world. Memorable moments and curiosities. This 1970 team, featuring players like Pelé, Gersinho, Rivellino, and Tostão, is often cited as one of the best squads in football history. The synergy, skill, and sportsmanship they displayed turned them into cultural icons, representing the beauty of football. Gersinho's incredible feat of scoring in every match earned him the nickname the Hurricane, and Pelé, winning his 3rd World Cup, solidified his place as one of the greatest players of all time. The 1970 tournament was also the first to be broadcast live in color, bringing Brazil's dazzling style to millions worldwide, creating an indelible impact on football culture and history. And that was the journey to Brazil's 3rd World Cup title. In 1994, after a 24-year wait, Brazil won their 4th World Cup title, reigniting the nation's football pride. Held in the United States, this tournament saw Brazil return to the top with a blend of disciplined defense and skilled offense, all under the guidance of coach Carlos Alberto Pereira. Let's take a look at Brazil's journey to victory in 1994. Brazil's group stage matches. Brazil was placed in Group B alongside Cameroon, Russia, and Sweden. From the beginning, the team showcased a more pragmatic style, balancing their traditional attacking flair with a strong defense. In their opening game on June 20th, Brazil defeated Russia 2-0 with goals from Romário and Rai. This match demonstrated Brazil's solid approach, with Romario's sharp finishing quickly making him the team's standout player. Next, on June 24th, Brazil played Cameroon and claimed another 3-0 win. Goals by Romário, Marcio Santos, and Bebeto solidified Brazil's spot at the top of the group, with Romário continuing to lead the attack. Their final group stage match was against Sweden on June 28th, which ended in a 1-1 draw. Romário again found the back of the net, proving to be a reliable goalscorer. With 2 wins and a draw, Brazil advanced confidently to the knockout stages. Round of 16, Brazil versus United States. In the round of 16 on July 4th, Brazil faced the host country, the United States, in a highly anticipated match on Independence Day. Despite Brazil's strong form, the game was tense and low-scoring. However, Bebeto scored the only goal, leading Brazil to a 1-0 victory. This hard-fought win showcased the team's resilience and adaptability under pressure. Quarterfinals. Brazil versus Netherlands. On July 9th, Brazil faced the Netherlands in the quarterfinals, a thrilling and action-packed game. Brazil went ahead with 2 goals from Romário and Bebeto, but the Netherlands fought back to level the score at 2-2. Then, in a moment of brilliance, Branco scored a stunning free kick, securing a 3-2 victory for Brazil. This match highlighted Brazil's strength and determination, with Branco's goal becoming an unforgettable World Cup moment. Semi-finals. Brazil versus Sweden. Brazil encountered Sweden again in the semi-finals on July 13th. In a tense and tactical match, Romário scored the game's only goal, earning Brazil a 1-0 win. This goal not only propelled Brazil into the final, but also solidified Romário's reputation as one of the world's top players, leading the team with his precise scoring ability. The final, Brazil versus Italy. On July 17, 1994, Brazil faced Italy in the World Cup final in Pasadena, California. Both teams had won the tournament 3 times before, making this match a historic showdown for a record 4th title. The game was tight and highly defensive, with both teams unable to score during regular and extra time, leading to a penalty shootout. Brazil held their nerve, with goalkeeper Taffarel making critical saves, while Italian star Roberto Baggio famously missed his penalty. Brazil won the shootout 3-2, capturing their fourth World Cup title. This victory marked Brazil's first World Cup win without scoring in the final, emphasizing the team's discipline and tactical approach. Memorable moments and curiosities. The 1994 Brazilian team, led by players like Romário, Bebeto, Dunga and Taffarel, brought Brazil back to glory. Romário's remarkable skill and consistency earned him the tournament's Golden Ball, recognizing him as the best player of the World Cup. Another memorable moment came from Bebeto, who celebrated his goal against the Netherlands with a rocking the baby gesture, in honor of his newborn child. This iconic celebration captured the hearts of fans worldwide. The 1994 World Cup also marked Brazil's transition to a more balanced style of play, a departure from the purely attacking approach of previous generations, reflecting the evolution of football tactics. And that was the journey to Brazil's fourth World Cup title. In 2002, Brazil achieved an unforgettable milestone by winning their fifth World Cup title, becoming the only nation to reach this number of victories. Held in South Korea and Japan, the tournament saw Brazil under coach Luiz Felipe Scolari, with a team featuring world-class talents like Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho. Let's dive into Brazil's journey to this historic achievement. Brazil's group stage matches. In the group stage, Brazil was placed in Group C, alongside Turkey, China, and Costa Rica. Brazil's strong lineup delivered some exciting performances, and the team quickly demonstrated their superior skill. In their opening match on June 3rd, Brazil faced Turkey in a tough game, eventually winning 2-1 with goals by Ronaldo and Rivaldo. This match showed the team's resilience and set the tone for the tournament. Next, on June 8th, Brazil dominated China, winning 4-0 with goals from Roberto Carlos, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, and Ronaldo. This comfortable victory confirmed Brazil's powerful attacking strength. Their final group stage match against Costa Rica on June 13th ended in another convincing win, 5-2. Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Edmilson all contributed, propelling Brazil to the top of their group with 3 wins out of 3. Round of 16, Brazil vs Belgium. On June 17th, Brazil faced Belgium in the round of 16, a match that proved challenging as Belgium's defense held strong. But goals from Rivaldo and Ronaldo in the second half led Brazil to a 2-0 victory, securing their spot in the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals, Brazil vs England. Brazil encountered England in the quarterfinals on June 21st, a highly anticipated match. England initially took the lead with a goal by Michael Owen, but Rivaldo equalized just before halftime. In the second half, Ronaldinho scored an unforgettable long-range free kick, catching England's goalkeeper off guard and giving Brazil a 2-1 win. This goal became one of the most famous moments of the tournament. Semi-finals, Brazil vs Turkey. In the semi-finals on June 26th, Brazil once again faced Turkey, their group stage opponent. This time, Ronaldo scored the only goal of the match, leading Brazil to a 1-0 victory and advancing them to the final. Ronaldo's consistent scoring continued to amaze fans, as he showcased his skill and determination. The final, Brazil vs Germany. On June 30, 2002, Brazil faced Germany in the World Cup final in Yokohama, Japan. The match was a historic showdown, with Brazil aiming for a record 5th title and Germany striving to win their 4th. Ronaldo, who had struggled with injuries in previous years, was the star of the match. He scored twice, leading Brazil to a 2-0 victory and cementing his comeback story as one of the greatest in World Cup history. Brazil's 5th title was celebrated worldwide, marking the team as one of the most successful and legendary squads. Memorable moments and curiosities. The 2002 World Cup became known for Brazil's attacking trio, the 3Rs, Ronaldo, Rivaldo and Ronaldinho, whose skills and teamwork inspired fans worldwide. Ronaldo's 8 goals throughout the tournament earned him the Golden Boot, and his comeback solidified his place among the greatest players of all time. One memorable moment was Ronaldinho's astonishing free-kick goal against England, a goal that is still discussed and celebrated today. This tournament also highlighted Brazil's return to an attacking style that echoed the magic of previous generations. And that was the journey to Brazil's 5th World Cup title. If you enjoyed this journey through one of Brazil's most iconic World Cup wins, make sure to subscribe to Brazilian national football team forever, leave a like, and join us as we continue to share stories from the past and present of the Brazilian national team.